If your hair never looks quite right, no matter how much product you use, it's probably not your haircut, it's your daily habits. The little things you do every single morning are either going to make your hair look amazing or they're quietly destroying it. Today, I'm going to show you 5 daily hair habits that can instantly make you look better, starting with the one 99% of guys skip. You need to start with a clean scalp, not just clean hair on the ends. What you need to do is make sure you are using a good quality shampoo that is cleansing the scalp, because a clean scalp will equal better volume, better product absorption, and it's not going to get that greasy buildup that you get from not washing your hair. I know a lot of you are so fixated on, I don't wash my hair for 6 months or 9 years, whatever it is, but just keep in mind that the more you let oil build up on your scalp, it then will end up drying, creating flaking, itchiness. So please make sure that you are focusing on cleansing the scalp with a good quality shampoo. And I have a whole range of good quality shampoos, like one for dry scalp, one's for hair loss, one's for healing if you have dandruff or scalp issues. I have all of it. One for volume. So please start with making sure that you are cleaning your scalp, not just the ends of your hair. The next thing is always make sure that you are pre-styling your hair on damp hair, not soaking wet hair. A lot of times I get questions from people saying, Salon Guy, when do I apply this product? When's the perfect time? Do I apply it in the shower? Well, I say, look, after you shampoo and rinse and condition and rinse, then when you get out of the shower, you can lightly towel blot your hair, and don't ever just take the towel and vigorously dry it all over the place. It's just going to create a mess and it could lead to frizz, but towel blot your hair so it's not dripping. Then that is the prime time to apply a pre-styler like my 25 hair benefit spray or maybe a little bit of tidal wave. But I would say first things first, start with 25 spray, and then you can comb through it to make sure you're getting all the knots out, and then you can go in with the different layering process. Me, as a hair professional, I would do 25 spray, then maybe a couple of sprays of tidal wave, then maybe a blow dry cream, then my sleek serum. Yes, I cocktail products and I use multiple products on the head. It just all depends on what I'm looking to do on that particular style. The problem is if you put it on your hair when it's soaking wet and dripping wet, it's just not going to absorb, and it's really not going to be as effective. The next one is to use a lightweight or the actual proper and correct pre-styler for your hair if you're looking for volume. Sometimes people will use the wrong product, like, for example, a hair gel, and they'll go, oh, I'm going to put a hair gel in my hair and expect it to be voluminous, or I'm going to use a pomade and expect to get a lot of volume. The problem is certain products are designed to do different things. Like if you want a slick back and you want to have, some shine, or you want to look like it's kind of really going back this way and it looks like it's, more of a wet or damp look, well, that's not really designed for volume. It's designed for more of a sleek, more matted to the head type of look. If you want something that's going to look fuller and it's going to help you achieve volume, then you need something like my sea salt spray tidal wave, or after you dry your hair, then something like my talc spray powder, something that is going to actually work and give you the volume in your hair. Because if you're using something that's not going to actually give you volume and you're using the wrong product, then you're not going to have good results. So think of this as like a primer for your hair. Make sure you're using something a lot lighter and nothing that's too heavy, because it can end up weighing the hair down. Next is blow drying with a purpose. Don't just blow dry your hair and get it all over the place. That's why I always say, especially with my blow dryer, is make sure you're using the nozzle, because the nozzle will blow dry the hair in a very targeted area. That's what the nozzle is for. It's directing the air in one specific area. If you blow dry your hair all over the place without a nozzle, it's just going to blow the hair all over the place. That's simply what it's doing. So blow dry your hair with a purpose. That's where you need to use hair tools, whether it's a round brush if you have longer hair, or a vent brush, You know, I have all these tools. This is my own vent brush. It's an anti-static vent brush, which means when you brush through it, it's not going to be creating static. Very, very effective. All right. The next thing is make sure that when you're using the brush, you're utilizing it in the right way. So while you blow dry, use the nozzle and the brush or the hair tool in sync so that you're working together and simultaneously. What you don't want to do is, blow dry the hair and then brush it this way. Blow dry the hair. No, the brush and the hair tool is designed to help you achieve a certain look. So if you want volume right in the front, then use the brush and then use the blow dryer targeted right on that area so you're actually blow drying with a purpose. And then lastly, you want to protect and refresh your hair. So if you are going to be going out in the sun all the time or going to the beach, use something like Tidal Wave, which has a UV protection, and also maybe 25 spray, so you're getting those added benefits, right? And if you're looking for a refresh, let's just say your hair gets a little bit oily, the same day or next day, you can actually use Tidal Wave as a dry shampoo. So you literally spray one spritz in a targeted area. You then work the product in with your hands like this, and what it's doing is it's soaking up those oils, and it's actually giving you some of the hair volume back that may have been gone. And you can see, just like that, look how much volume I created in 3 seconds just from using Tidal Wave, because it's soaking up those oils, which ends up making your hair look flat. So once again, going back to kind of the beginning, what I mentioned, make sure you're washing your scalp. Wash your hair as needed. And if you can't wash it, then you can use my sea salt spray to help absorb some of those oils so that your hair looks fresh and it looks like it's in good condition. Also, really happy to announce that I've launched a haircutting fundamentals PDF digital download. This is great for barbers or hairstylists, or even if you yourself want to get better at cutting hair. It's a 20-page downloadable PDF ebook, and it's going over posture, arm positioning, all key fundamentals when it comes to hair cutting. I've spent a lot of time on this. It's only $19.99. There's no funnels, no clickbait, no whatever it is. It's $19.99, and it's taken me 30 plus years to understand all these things that are really, really crucial. So I'd appreciate your support. If you want to check it out, you can click here on the View Products or visit shop.thesalonguy.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.